Oh, you're... There we go. God, it was the 332nd here.
Well, that even sounds a lot better than the
Yeah, that one should work here.
Curious to see what it looks like. You ready for that?
Yep. This off. Phillips head screwdriver, 4 screws. This is the cartridge. It's a Pfister cartridge, and I'll give you the model number off of it. What you're going to struggle with here is finding anything online that Pfister has with that model number. They said that they don't have that, and they never made it, even though the tag says Pfister, the model number, and the manufacturer date. Looked all over YouTube, couldn't find anybody. I found a forum where someone had the same issue and nobody answered it. I finally got a hold of somebody at Pfister that spoke a little bit of English, and they were able to give me an alternate part or alternate cartridge that is supposed to work with this valve body. So we'll see if this works, but this is a fix, and hopefully if anyone go out there on the YouTube has the same issue or comes across it with a Price Pfister product, they can get it fixed. And don't drop your screws down the drain. Cover up your drain so you don't lose any of your screws.
It's crazy. They send you 2 different styles of the back.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a universal, so you can use it if you have the other
style
valve body.
Yeah.
You can use that retaining clip that's oval spaced.
That's interesting. Keep my fingers crossed.
Okay, this is your retainer ring. Don't lose that. You're going to replace that with the new cartridge, or reuse it with the new cartridge. If you got something, a little piece of plastic that you can fold up and kind of slide underneath of the valve body, this will help a little bit with keeping some of that water from going down in between the wall. There shouldn't be a lot, but there may be a little bit that goes out of it. To get this valve body out, all you have to do is kind of wiggle just a little bit and pull. And that's all she wrote. Yeah. So if you have this, I'll see if I can get it in close enough where you guys can see that there's the model number that says on the back. The model number says 48298-0100, made by Pfister or Pfister, as modeled or manufactured in 3/29 of 2016. But they said that they don't make this, that it was a third party that made it, but it's got Pfister all over it. Right. This one.
Oh, yep.
All right, the universal model that Pfister will ship to you, you can use it with, if you have a different valve body, it's got these oval openings in the back of the valve itself. If you don't have that valve and you have the round valve, like this one, if you can see in there, they're round, they'll match this one here. Still has the screens in it, still has the O-rings in it and everything. So you just remove that universal clip and just use the cartridge itself. Now this valve will only go one way. If you look on the directions, depending on how hot you want your hot water to get, you can rotate this clip out on the outside. You can pull it off with your fingers and you can rotate it. I've already got it set for what the customer here wants. So what I'm going to do is, you'll see on here there's 2 swoops in the top. That part goes down, and then this single swoop on the top goes up. Go straight into the valve body just like this. Make sure you look inside that valve body. Now I've already had this apart and I've cleaned the inside of the valve body the other day when I was here. Now we got this part, we're good to go ahead and slide it right in. So you push that straight in. There we go, just like that. Take your retainer ring, slide it back over. Again, try not to drop your screws in the wall. And just get each one started before you start tightening it down. There's an O-ring on the back side of that cartridge. You want to make sure you get in there evenly. Now, according to Pfister, this is supposed to be the universal one that works with this valve body. So if you go to Home Depot and try to buy the other model, it doesn't match up, it doesn't work. And you're just snugging those. You don't want to over tighten it and break that valve. All right, let's go ahead and turn the water back on. Now before we stick the cover plate and everything back on, we're going to go ahead and pressurize the system, bleed out the air out the sink. I opened up the sink in the master bathroom. We'll let all the air escape out of the system. We'll shut that off, and then we'll test this valve before we close it up. We want to make sure that no water's leaking out underneath the valve and down the wall. That's the first thing. So under pressure, shouldn't have anything. And then when you open up the cartridge itself, you shouldn't have any water coming out of here, but you will have water coming out of your shower head. Yeah, go ahead. We'll go ahead and put this back on so we can turn it. All right, I'm going to bring you guys over here so you can see a little bit better. All right, all the air's out of line. Now we're going to go ahead and turn this cartridge, sorry about that, bump the camera, turn this valve over. Back the camera up just a little bit. All right, we got hot water. We're good. Let's make sure we test the temperature. It's real good. Shut her down. Okay. All right, no leaks inside there. So that that valve or that new cartridge works, and I'll give you that part number for that cartridge. So that model number for that cartridge is 9745299. It's a general valve cartridge sub-assembly. See if you guys can see that or not. Okay. So this is the one that you want to get if you have that same cartridge that's in the Pfister valve. It's got the circle valve body instead of the oblong oval shaped valve body. So hope that helps somebody.